Alright, so today I'll be taking a look at the Reveal the Shield Wreck-Gar. He is the final figure in the second wave of the Reveal the Shield line, and he is the Junkion motorcycle. Quickly, here's his shield. I don't know if I can get it to show, but if by now I don't know who Wreck-Gar is, he's basically an Autobot from well, I guess he's not actually an Autobot, but he becomes an Autobot. And he's from the planet of junk, so think of it as just a giant wasteland of trash, and those robots put themselves together out of all the junk they find to make vehicles. And that's partly, in fact, why he's this ugly brown, beigeish, yellowish color. Because he's supposed to be made from garbage. And you know what? For the most part, the colors work for this figure. Not quite the most appealing thing to look at, but when you take in consideration to the fact of what he is, it makes sense. My only issue with design-wise is if you take the colors away and imagine him in maybe a blue or red, yellow, even black, you'll notice that he doesn't actually look like a junk-made motorcycle. In fact, he just looks like a really cool dirt bike with a poor choice of paint scheme. So that kind of sucks. I mean, if you're hoping for the real junkish look about him, you're not going to get that. He's got some flame decos here and up there. But apart from that, he's a motorcycle kickstand. If you don't want the kickstand, you can put it up. Then he falls, right? That's how it works. He does suffer from VHS, the visible head syndrome on the bottom here. It's pretty terrible. And some in his hands right there. So, some visible hands, some major visible head. And actually, no, I'm going to make no bones about it. If you're the type of anal person who hates it when heads are shown, as I am, then that's definitely going to take some points away for you with this figure. But yeah, let's get him transformed. Let's see now. The first thing you want to do is disconnect the front wheel section. That just allows this whole part to rise up, and you can just pull this up. And why wouldn't this separate? Oh, take this and pull it up as well, and then now you can separate the two, just like that, and they will form his legs. So you want to turn it so that the waist is facing forwards, and for this leg, all you have to do is pull it out straight, and then the feet just separate the front toes and the heel, and you got a foot. The second one, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, you got to put these two clips here together to form the crotch piece. Anyways, so this part here, what you want to do is pull it out, and then this part's pretty cool. You just hold right here, and these here are actually made of rubber and not plastic. Not hard plastic, so very soft rubber. And if that disappoints you, don't worry, because they're very thin pieces, and if they were made of hard plastic, you could probably break those pretty easily, so this rubber is kind of nice. So just pull this up, and the whole thing will just sort of automorph itself. And then the toe, you just move around, and you got the second leg. And you got his bottom half done. The top is pretty easy as well. What you want to do is just pull these out separately, and you'll see the wheel attaches to one of the arms, and the other one's empty. And then there's a hole here. You just put in that little post, and both sides have it, so you just want to do that. Put the kickstand out of the way. Clip them in, and then the arm just comes down, and you want to rotate the fist. Arm comes down, rotate the fist. And then for this arm, you'll see that this wheel is still kind of connected like that. If you don't want to leave it like that, you could just separate them, actually. And there seems to be... Oops. Didn't mean to pull that off. There seems to be a peg right here in his arm and a hole there, and they sort of connect together to create some sort of a wheel shield, if you will. But when you move him around, it doesn't really stay in. So for me, I just sort of leave it wherever. And then the last part is his head. You just pop that up, and you got Wreck-Gar's head. So there he is in all his glory, Wreck-Gar or the Junkion Wreck-Gar. Let's get this camera up. Now, he looks pretty cool in my opinion. Very, very cool. I like how he's asymmetrical. You know, like the two legs do not look alike. He's got the wheels on the one side, and then this arm's very empty compared to the other one. I just kind of wish they took it all the way, made everything asymmetrical. I don't like how his chest piece, apart from this single little piece right there, that little notch, is fully symmetrical. I kind of wish that maybe his flame deco didn't appear on this side or something, or even if he had like some sort of scarring all down this arm instead. I don't know, it just, for me, it would have completed the look. His head is very, very nice. He's got the whole like mustache and beard thing going on. Nice clear light piping, but I believe he has red eyes in there. So it's very, very cool. I like how he has no backpack. He's very, very flat in profile. And overall, he's just a nice silhouette. In terms of weaponry, he doesn't have a gun. What he does have here is his weapon. Sort of just stores there. And when you pull this off, be careful because it's attached in a peg in there, and there's a 3mm clip right here. So you just got to remember that. So you pull that out, and then you pull the clip out. And his weapon is actually very intriguing. Actually, no, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty stupid. You pull it up, and he's got a metallic pinwheel. I don't know what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be a battle axe, I guess, but it looks like a pinwheel, and there's no two ways around that. It's a pinwheel. So he just wields that thing in the wind. I don't know. There he is. In terms of articulation, he's got the head on a ball joint. Each arm is on a ball joint. It's got the bicep swivel, a jointed elbow, and then swiveled wrists. He's got the waist. His hips are on a ball joint. However, I will say his waist doesn't actually click in together here at the crotch point. So what'll happen is if you're moving him around, he'll sort of separate like that just whenever, and it's kind of annoying. Each of his knees, actually, only this knee actually has the joint, and this one's double jointed because of his transformation. So, and it doesn't bend backward, it bends forward, so you can make this leg shorter. It looks like he's, I don't know, but you could do that. Each of the feet has, technically they should have a ton of play in them because they're on the ball joint, but because of this side panel here, it won't move side to side, but on this one, it sort of will. I don't know. Either way, he stands pretty good because of his giant heels and feet. But overall, in my opinion, I think this is the best of the 4 that just came out. The Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Perceptor. This one is my favorite of the bunch. Really does encapture the character and spirit of Wreck-Gar. And definitely, you know, if you can only pick the one out of the 4, make it this one. A lot of people might say Perceptor, just because, you know, Perceptor has a nice silhouette. He looks more like a G1 robot, and he's got the chrome and everything. But in my opinion, I think Wreck-Gar is actually the one to get. He's the must-buy. He's the one I fully recommend at full price if you can find him. But yeah, you can tell I like him a lot. Anyways, thanks for watching. This has been the Transformers Reveal the Shield Wreck-Gar, and I'll see you guys next time.